It is Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Heat tied 2-2, best of 3 series, basically. My best bets are on the way. We got our favorite player prop, we got a spread lean, and we got a long shot, same game parlay coming your guys' way. Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Unfortunately, let's do a quick recap from Game 4. We had Marcus Smart over 25.5 PRAs, and he didn't play, so that bet voided. Now, last night's bet for the Warriors versus Mavericks Game 4 matchup, we had Draymond Green over 6.5 assists. As of this moment, tip-off's right about to happen. No idea how Draymond Green does. Hopefully he cashed out, but if you are new to the channel, we'll recap him tomorrow. If you are new, hit that subscribe button down below. We are grinding towards, obviously, we're climbing to 34,000 subscribers. If everyone that watches this video goes down below, hits that red subscribe button, we certainly would appreciate it. Also, drop a like. Let's see if we can hit 500 likes on today's video, and comment your best bet down below. Here's what you guys are riding. Now, couple of notes. I kind of always keep mentioning it. We're on Chalkboard. It's a group message app. We can talk about our plays, talk about our scores, and I give the people that join our Chalkboard the plays a little bit early in case the lines move. So if you want to join, top link in the description. We appreciate it. Also, if you want to join and become a COS All-Star, we appreciate all our All-Stars out there. Those are the real MVPs. Look, it only costs $2.99 a month. Hopefully, we've been helping you make some money so far in the NBA playoffs. We're up 7.77 units so far, pending Draymond Green, so who knows how he goes, but almost at the 40 unit mark. Hopefully we can cross that on the year, up 7 units in the playoffs. Not too shabby. And as a reminder, we have two new All-Stars. We got Ryan, we got Xavier. Thank you guys again for supporting the channel. And my last note, we're obviously on PrizePicks. I'm going to actually do a PrizePicks parlay a little bit later on today, so you guys can definitely play it if you want. Tail with me. And if you want to sign up for PrizePicks using code COS or the link in the description, get a 100% deposit match, a free $100 up to $100 to just play on your player prop parlays, a little free money to kind of sprinkle on some NBA playoffs bets, obviously sprinkle on some MLB player props. A lot to go. The links, all the details down in the description. Let's waste no more time. Let's hop into my favorite bet. And honestly, this game is pretty tough to find my favorite player prop, so I'm curious what you guys like down below. But I like this one. We're going Al Horford, taking his over 8.5 rebounds, minus 127 on Barstool Sportsbook. A lot of books had it at 8.5. Some more juice than others. But I saw a couple minus 130, minus 135. I know a couple books are at 9.5. Trust me, I'm fine at 9.5. You'll see that in my same game parlay in a second. But let's talk about Mr. Al Horford. Now, for starters, it's going to be a low-scoring game. I mean, the over-under is 203. Now, if they come out guns a-blazing, scoring a ton of points, then sure, whatever. But these lines are normally pretty sharp with the over-unders, so I imagine the game's pretty low-scoring. If they go over 2 or 3, then that's fine. But still, we like to target a rebounds prop, especially with two good defensive teams. Now, number 2, Robert Williams. At the time of recording, I don't know if he plays. He's questionable to play at the moment. Now, there's pros and cons, obviously. Now, if Robert Williams plays, I'm fine with it. I've actually made this bet confident with Robert Williams. If he does play, then so be it. You know, he's a guy that's going to go contest more shots. We don't have to see Al Horford relying on as much as a rim protector. See Robert Williams go contest those shots. Maybe Al Horford just sitting there grabbing some rebounds, maybe off some blocks. Who knows? But let's say if Mr. Robert Williams doesn't play, we see Al Horford play a lot of minutes today, and that's exactly what I would love to see. He's going to play a lot of minutes. We'll talk about that in a second. Now, moving on, Horford missed game 1 of the series. He obviously tested positive, missed game 1. Returned in game 2. Obviously, he wasn't completely there. He was obviously sick the first couple days of the series. Only had 3 rebounds in game 2, his first game of the series. But look at the last 2 games. Really stepped up. Last 2 games, 14 and 13 rebounds. Crushing this line, easily cashing it. Now, we look at the rebound chances. Crushing it as well. Game 4, Horford, 21 rebound chances. Obviously, the Heat, what are their starters? Shoot 7 for 36. They had like 18 combined points. Obviously, he was out there for a lot of that. So the Heat aren't going to shoot that bad, but still, 21 rebound chances in 33 minutes. Pretty good. Game 3 had 19 rebound chances. Game 2, only 10. Like I said, he was obviously coming back from an injury or illness in that one. Now, Horford, what we love to see, 33-plus minutes played in all 3 games. And look, if he's going to get out there and keep playing a lot of minutes, I'm going to like this good chance on the over. Now, obviously, that included a return from the illness, where he obviously was not 100% there cardio-wise, and that included last game, a blowout. He didn't play much in the fourth quarter, if at all. It still got 33 minutes. Now, over the last 10 playoff games, we've seen Horford average 10.3 rebounds per game and average on 16.6 rebound chances in 38 minutes per game. Look, this is a big-time game. Game 5, obviously, the Celtics want to win this game. Go home, try to close it out in 6. Obviously, they don't want to lose it. Go down 2-3, then have to win 1 at home and 1 at the road. So we've seen in those 10 games, Al Horford over this line, 8.5 rebounds in 7 of the 10. Now, don't worry if you have only over 9.5 rebounds. Don't worry, he had 10-plus rebounds in all the games he went over. He did have 2 games. He ended with 8 on the hook, which if he ends on the hook, then so be it. The lines we know are sharp. And obviously, he had that 1 game with 3 rebounds earlier in this series, which I think is the reason this line is still pretty low. Now, Horford this season averaged 7.7 rebounds per game and only 29.1 minutes per game. So, obvious, I don't need to tell you this. if he's going to play more minutes like he has been playing, should likely average more rebounds. Obviously, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you guys that, but still, it is worth noting. He's obviously playing much more minutes per game than he did in the regular season. And in summary, if Horford plays and Robert Williams is active, we should see Horford a little bit more on PJ Tucker, who just camps out in the corner, not involved in a lot of ball screen movement. So that will just lead to a lot of good rebound chances for him. And if Robert Williams is playing, he'll be likely guarding Bam Adebayo, who doesn't have the biggest mid-range shot. We should see Al Horford camping around the paint. His average rebound distance is like 6 feet. So should be down there. I really love Al Horford. Riding with him over 8.5 rebounds. I like it at 9.5 as well. Let's ride with Mr. Al Horford. Go get us paid, Big Al. Now let's move on to some leans. Game lean. Ooh, this is a tough game to pick. I lean the Heat plus the 1.5, but honestly, this is the farthest thing from, if you were looking at my leans from previous games, then again, the game 3 or 4 of this series, we went 3-0 on leans. I have the Celtics minus 6.5, and then Jalen and Bam Adebayo unders going 3-0 on those, but this is a sketchy game. Now, I know the public's going to be heavy on the Celtics, because you could argue really the Celtics have played better basketball minus a couple quarters in this series, but the fact that it's a pick-em, the Heat are at home where they've played I don't know. I lean Heat, but it's not like if I had to go to the grave, if I had to die on a hill, that's not the hill I'm dying on, is the Heat money line hill. But I hope we get a good game for once in the playoffs. And then, so that's my lean for the game. Obviously, if the Celtics win, I don't really care. I'm not putting any money on it. It's a sketchy one. And my lean for player props, not a lot I liked. I like Bam Adebayo over 24.5 points plus rebounds. A couple books at 25.5. I don't mind his PRA line. Honestly, was close to making this my official pick. I just didn't want to sit out there and watch Bam Adebayo go absolutely lay an egg like he has done a couple times this series. But you look at the history of Bam Adebayo. Does very well at home, poor on the road. We talked about his under in game 4. I said he doesn't have 2 good games back-to-back. That was the case. He obviously didn't shoot that much in that game, but still I think Bam Adebayo backs against the wall. They need this win at home. You don't want to go down the game and then have to go on the road and beat the Celtics in Boston. So I think Bam Adebayo steps up. I think he has a good chance of getting some rebounds today, which kind of segues me into our same-game parlay, which we're riding with this one. We're going with Bam Adebayo double-double, 10-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, and Al Horford 10-plus rebounds. Now, like I said, it's a big-time game. It's game 5. The winner of this game normally wins the majority of series. These two teams know that. They got to come out there, leave it all on the court. And I think that's we see Bam Adebayo play upwards of 35, 40 minutes today. They need him out there purely for size. You don't want PJ Tucker running the 5 against this big man lineup, especially if Robert Williams is active. You also don't really want a lot of Omer Yurtseven and Dwayne Dedmon playing. Let's be honest, Bam Adebayo needs to be out there, and he will be out there for a lot of minutes today if this game remains close. I think it will. So I think you get the 10-plus points. Not too concerned about that. 10-plus rebounds, a little bit sketchy, but I thought it was pretty noteworthy that Bucks had over 8.5 at like minus 150. I think he's going to get some rebounds today. He didn't have a lot of rebound chances in game 4. I think he steps up. He has to go control the glass against these big men. Now, Al Horford, I don't need to beat it into your head. 10-plus rebounds. I'm fine with it. He's obviously crushed it the last 2 games, 13 and 14. Tons of rebound chances. Obviously, this line could change. We could see, this line go down or up depending on Robert Williams' status. If Robert Williams gets announced out, then we should see this line probably become closer to 9.5 for Al Horford. But still, I like this a lot. Plus 354 odds. I don't really love a lot of props in this game, especially, I'd lean honestly when you get, by the time some people might be watching it, we might see some alt over-unders. I really like a lot of alt, maybe unders and assists and stuff today, but not a lot of lines out as of yet. We're still waiting on Marcus Smart's status, and that will determine if Marcus Smart's active. Imagine he's active today, or Derek White's the guy that's going to be trotting out at point guard for the Celtics. But still, I like that SGP, and that's going to be those are going to be my picks of the day. We're going that SGP, sprinkling on it, and then obviously like Al Horford over 8.5 rebounds. True to right, Big Al. Those are my plays of the day. Obviously, if you want to sign up for PrizePicks, use our code COS or the link in the description. 100% deposit match. We appreciate you guys as always. Thank you again to all our All-Stars for making the dream come true. Thank you guys again. Our MLB best bets on the screen once it goes live tomorrow morning. Thank you guys as always. It's been Austin. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.